Hello, this is Diane Keogh from dianescards.com and welcome to my video today. I want to talk to you about this month, that's November 2016, the Paper Pumpkin Kit. It is just one of the best. This is one of the cards that I made pretty much following directions that were in the kit and on the video. The only thing I did was add a little bit of Wink of Stella here, and it's hard to see, I think, on the video, but we'll give it a try. So as much as I love that, there's a layer of vellum here. Stamp on the card, then add this layer of vellum and all these little layers of houses and trees and things. Adorable. But I decided I want to try a few other things. So first thing I did was this candle holder, and for whatever reason I didn't think to make a bottom for it. I don't know why. And I used the acetate with the silver and the gold on the inside. And I like it, I just thought it was a little busy. So if you're interested in making this, it's pretty much the same as the one I'm going to make today, which is made with vellum. The thing that I think I like better with the vellum is that when the lights are out, let me see if I can give you an idea of what that looks like. You can actually see the little flame. It didn't show up quite as well. It was too bright almost with the acetate. So I'm going to give you a little quick lesson on how to make these candle holders. I've made these with, I like to use the foil paper where you have some dye that makes a nice opening, and anything when you use the vellum is going to be nice. So let's get started. This is the template that I'm going to use, and you're going to take a piece of vellum and cut it at 8.5 by 4.5. Oh, you can only get one. So 8.5 by 4.5. And I'm going to use my Simply Scored board. And first thing you want to do is to, well, it doesn't have to be first. Line up your paper so that the 4.5-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 2 inches. And I would use the larger of the larger end, because you don't want the paper to get cut or crack. You could probably use the smaller one, but I like to use the larger, and you don't have to get uber carried away with scoring. Then turn it to the other side, the 8.5-inch side, and going to score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. So you can see these are the sides, and then this is the flap where you're going to connect it. And then the next thing you want to do is you're going to cut, and again, looking at what I have here, where the dark lines are, you're going to actually cut, and you're going to cut out that little rectangle there. I don't know whether you can see, I cut that out. And then fold at the 2-inch line and every 2 inches, so you end up with something that looks like this. Now, when I do something like this, I like to not just cut up, but cut out the slightest little bit extra so that it's not quite so bulky when you fold it. So you're going to cut this. And then when you cut up here, you're going to go a little bit at an angle. Except I did that backwards. Like so. So you have a little opening there. That just makes it lay a little bit smoother. Now, these pieces that come with the card, to make the card, are 4 and... I already cut this one. They're 4 1/4. So you're going to use your trimmer and cut them down. Let me see if I can show you here. I believe this is one that hasn't been trimmed. So if you line it up, it's about 4 1/4. So move it up to 4 and then trim off that 1/4 inch, and then move it up to 2. Whoops, let me do that again. So you're going to line it up, cut off that 1/4 inch, then move it up to 2, and score. So make sure, I like to keep my score thing labeled. I'm just going to score it there. So now instead of 4 1/4, you have a 4-inch piece here. So it's the same as the two sides. Now it may be that you have to cut these two trees off. It depends on how it folds. Sometimes it just hangs over there a little bit. So you're going to do that with all 3 pieces, and I've already done that. So I have this piece, it's cut off at 4, and I scored it at 4, or at 2 inches. So I want to line that up, and I am going to adhere this. I'm probably going. I did use fast fuse, so that's just to make sure. You probably could get away with using regular snail. Then you'll line up the next one, and then make sure you've already stamped this other piece. This one says Merry Christmas, the other one says Happy Holidays. So you're going to adhere that down. And then just do the same thing over here. So once you have scored these, use a silicone mat and your adhesive. And I like to put the side together first. There's nothing actually sacred about that. But just remember to check off there. And what I always do when I have something like this is put this piece down and then fold this over, because they should be even. And then you can make sure that the tops are even and really burnish that to get it down well. Alright. Just give that a nice little fold. And then, probably would have been good if I had scored these before, but they'll be fine. Just put a little adhesive on 3 of these. And this is when you're going to make sure it's nice and square as you put these together. Now, I added a few little sequins. You can add dazzling details, or you could add some Wink of Stella, whatever you want. It doesn't take much, though. I just thought it turned out to be a really nice alternate to the project, the cards, although I love the cards. They are really nice. And you can see this one says Happy Holidays. I will put these measurements on the blog post, and I hope you try making this and let me know how yours turned out. Thanks very much.